Hello, everyone. I wanted to share with you an approach to working energetically to create your next offer or your next experience for your clients and your community. I'm a big fan of acting on inspiration and acting quickly on inspiration. I'm also a very big fan of taking a pause before I jump in. Now, I'm not perfect on this, and I've done it before and I will do it again. But one of the things that we all do is tends to get the inspiration and we roll up our sleeves and we get busy on the details of it. But that denies us the pause to connect fully to the energy that is wanting to be expressed through this inspiration. And if we are not fully connected into that energy, then we are open to holes in that connection that allow in doubt and lack of confidence. And when you have doubt and lack of confidence, what you then get is a suppression of your voice and a suppression of the energy that is essential for people to connect to that creation and move towards it. Now, whether that's buying or participating or whatever it is, they need that energy. And if you haven't connected fully to it, then you aren't bringing it forward for them, but also you're missing a few tricks in terms of how you design the practical aspects of that experience to sustain the energy that it is at its heart. So what I wanted to do with you today is take you through an experience of connecting into the energy of your next creation. And you can, if you've already done this, if you've not got anything that's landed recently, and you actually want to go back and look at something else, it can still work for that. So we're going to look at the energy that is within that creation and how you then respond to it to design it in a way that is in energetic integrity with the energy. We're going to be guided by the elements because they are the guardians of creation, creation energy. So I'm going to be working with them to get the full insight. Each of them brings a different dynamic, a different aspect of the creative process into play. So by working with all of them together, when we actually get the insight across the piece. So before we begin in that process, grab yourself a pen and paper or any other way that you normally record your thoughts, because there's probably be quite a lot for you to get down so that you can then reflect on before you move into working on that as a practical level. So we start energetically and work practically. Because we start energetically because everything starts energetically. It doesn't start, that new project you've got, that new offer that you put out, doesn't start rationally or logically or even emotionally. It starts energetically. And if we go back to that point, then we get the clearest line of understanding of what it is that we're doing. So to begin with, then, if you have your pen and paper, and you may also want some water with you, then you can settle down into a comfortable position and close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, take a really deep breath and sigh it out. Another deep breath and let go. And as you let go, be aware of how much you're in your mind or how much you're in your body. Just being aware and observing where you're at. As you take your next breath, you breathe in, connect to your senses, being aware of how warm or cool the air is around you, being aware of how the ground feels beneath you. Just using your body, your body's wisdom to connect the space that you are in right now. And as you connect to that wisdom, you connect to your senses, you open yourself up to receiving the wisdom of your body as a channel for your soul. So in this space of openness to your own soul wisdom, I invite you to invite in the elements of earth, air, fire and water into the space with you to share their insight into the creative essence you are seeking to express. And I invite you to invite in energy of your next creation. And as it comes into this space, be aware of how it expresses itself to you through movement, through sound, through colour, and more. Emotions that you feel, and being aware of those emotions, of being aware of how you feel, you can begin to understand how you want to respond to it, how you intuitively want to respond to that energy. This moment of stillness, this moment of quiet with the energy can share so much insight with you. But your perspective is just one. The elements live in 360 degrees around us and can provide us with many different perspectives, many different insights. But now invite you to invite the elements to share in turn their insights with you about this project, this creativity, or whatever it is. Allow them to share their messages with you. Pay attention to the order in which the elements speak to you. It is most important which speaks first, because the one that speaks first is the guiding energy for the experience. If that is earth, then it is speaking to creative solutions, creative responses. If it is air, then it is asking you to look to acceptance and expansion. It's fire, it's asking you to look to creative expression in its fullest extent. And if it's water, it's looking for acceptance and understanding. So that will tell you the tone of the transformational experience that's at the heart of this thing that you are creating. So while you're in this space, there is an opportunity for you to explore, what does all this mean? What does your response to the energy mean? What does the insight you've gained from the the elements mean in terms of format, the pace, the timing, the structure of your creation. What does all this mean about what it needs to look like, what it needs to feel like, what the experience of it needs to be, and what can you do that will sustain that energy in every aspect of its experience? When you feel that you have all that you need, take a deep breath, thank the elements, and release this space. And then you can reflect, record your experiences, and begin to turn that insight into action. I hope this process helps you to break out of those unconscious sort of habitual patterns of response to inspiration that deny us that full extent of connection to the energy and ability to express this very sacred energy that wants to move through us. And if you would like to explore some help with your next step with that, or you want more information about working with the elements in your business, please do get in touch. Until next time.